The mission of Chicago Jewish Day School is to create a multi-denominational Jewish day school in the city of Chicago. When we think about what a graduate will look like, we see a student who has a very positive self-image and a person who thinks with their heart, a person who can be involved in the community and knows that they're responsible to reach out to others.
When you look at your child and they come into school with a proud self-esteem, then you know that it's the right place for them. And every morning when my girls come into school and they have all that self-esteem and they're ready to attack the day, I know they're getting what they should be getting out of their education.
Every classroom participates in something called morning meeting and follows a social-emotional curriculum called Responsive Classroom. And our students learn how to look at each other, learn how to greet each other.
Good morning, Aviva. Good morning, Mia. Good morning, Eli. Good morning, Jillian.
We like to say that we teach habits of goodness.
I think what makes Chicago Jewish Day School special is that when I see the education that our children are getting, I believe that there's no better place for them to be.
The teachers at Chicago Jewish Day School are amongst the best faculty that you can find. They're thoughtful teachers, intelligent teachers, teachers that can make decisions based on the individual needs of students. The three major components of the philosophy of Chicago Jewish Day School are integration, experiential learning, and a developmental approach to learning. The Marine World Unit in first grade is a great example of how all of those disciplines come together.
So raise your hand if you can think of a word that you came up with for your group. Ari.
Fan coral.
What other kind of corals did you see? Marcus?
Red finger sponge.
There's a lot of language arts in the research that they do, the reading that they do. But there's art in how they display what they've learned about the animals. There's science incorporated in their experiments with water.
Use all your senses to find out, does water have color? Does water have a smell? Does water make a sound when you pour it?
So with the Marine World, it all comes together on a day that we bring the parents in and some other students for the Conference on the World's Oceans.
Welcome to our Conference on the World's Oceans. We are so glad that you could join us today.
Every grade level has a Judaic theme. First grade's theme is Tikkun Olam, which means repair the world. And so many of the thematic units in first grade are related to the environment, of how we can repair the world, even as 6-year-olds, 6 and 7-year-olds, how they can make a difference in this world.
Dear Senator Durbin, I love our oceans and coral reefs because there are the most animals in it. I want you to use less oil by telling the people who make it to make less oil.
To see 19 children presenting and working together seamlessly was for me the most incredible thing.
Together we can make sure the mitzvah of Tikkun Olam, repairing the world, happens every day.
What I love about CJDS is the fully integrated curriculum. My daughter's learning Jewish values here, and she gets it on a daily basis.
כן, ולהראות את התמונה על הכיתה בבקשה.
השם ברא השמש ירח וכוכבים ויום רביעי, אבל השם ברא יום ולילה ביום ראשון עם אור וחושך.
I spent a number of years growing up in Israel, and to hear my kids coming home and talking about Parshat HaShavua and singing Tu B'Shvat songs and really all of the holiday songs is something very special.
When coming up with a mission for the school, we chose the adjective multi-denominational very carefully.
Multi-denominationalism or pluralism is really about being together with our differences, and that it doesn't take away from our own strengths and our own identities, but it adds to us.
My initial interest in this was the very fact that it was going to be multi-denominational, that this was going to be a community school in which all Jews would be welcome.
We are a small community, and we're very proud of the fact that about 30% of our families get financial support to come to CJDS, and it's a challenge to meet those needs. So we do count on the community, and we value each person that can give us any support. There is a sense of warmth and nurturing that happens here. Whether it's a teacher teaching a child how to read, whether it is an administrator taking that extra moment each day to really look eye to eye with the teacher and say, how is it going? It's that sense of community, that warmth and that nurturing that's really creating the kind of kids that are going to be phenomenal adults.
The story of Chicago Jewish Day School is yet to be told. Our students are learning that when they're adults, they're going to give to their community. And I hope that our parents and grandparents and friends and supporters will also know that it's our responsibility as adults to ensure their education and to ensure the next generation.